Hello, my name is Josh. For you that don't know me, I am 33 years old. I am a professional nurse, and I work in a long-term care facility where I usually charge a hall that has 20 plus residents. I was kind of looking for some friendly advice from anybody that had anything to offer. This is kind of actually a rant type of questioning to see what someone thinks and how I should proceed. I went to work on November 3rd after being questioned by my cell phone at home on my day off in regards to whether or not I had any underpants on or not while I was at work with my scrubs on. And my ADON was the one that was doing the questioning, and she states that she has somebody that will witness to saying that she had this conversation with me, yet I have no knowledge to whom this person is. She called me twice. I missed her call both times as I was doing my laundry here in my home. And when I called her back, she stated that she was glad to know that I was doing my laundry because that I was to not return to the facility without any undergarments on. And I retorted and told her that I always have underwear on. And she stated whether the person had noticed that I didn't have any on, and that they could make the outline, of my perineal area, which in her words she said junk. She said that they could see my junk going from side to side. And I told her, I said, well, that couldn't be true. I said, because I always wear underwear. And she said, well, what were they, thongs? And I told her, I said, no, I don't have any underwear of that kind. And she just told me, well, don't be coming back to the facility ever with no underwear on. And I told her that that wouldn't be a problem because I always wear underwear. Now, the problem with that lies therein is when you have a situation like that, whether it's with the CNA or with a charge nurse or a med tech or a therapist, with physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, or even a dietary worker, you take it to administration and you handle it professionally, and you have a conversation with this person, with the administrator, because that is their job, is to mediate and also to run a facility that will uphold policies, procedures, and dress codes and things like that. I was not afforded this, so I went into work on November 3rd of 2013, and I had a conversation with another charge nurse to see if I could maybe query to see whom had made these allegations against me. And lo and behold, she went to my ADON after she had left the facility, placing a phone call or going to her residence or whatever the case may have been. She told her everything that I had said to her, and then in my busy day at work, my ADON called me as I'm charging my division, taking me away from my residence, very angry, very rude, very unprofessional, stating that I had no right to talk about these matters with anybody else when she did it in secrecy with me, which kind of totally negates the fact that she said that she had someone right there next to her when she had a conversation with me, for one. Secondly, the nature of her questioning was totally out of line. It was very rude and very unprofessional and blatantly disrespectful to me as a man and as a nurse. And I just feel that she sexually harassed me, and whomever else told her this, that's a type of sexual harassment to me. And also, she told me while I was on the phone with her, that's the reason why that they didn't hire many male nurses at this facility, which that's sexual bigotry, which is not allowed whatsoever in this country for any means or matter, because every person, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, religious background, has the right to a job as long as they have the credentials and the faculties to do their job, with some efficacy. I just don't understand, how people can get away with these things, especially with somebody of my nature, because I'm not one to sit back and let them, just grind me in the ground, for the lack of a better way to put it, because I've always been full frontal with people, and I don't sit back idly and let people make allegations. I'm going to go to the person and ask them, why did you say this? How do you know this? Why were you observing, that area of my body? Because that shouldn't have even been where your eyes belong. I had a conversation with a couple of my peers. I had a conversation with a couple of my subordinates. And they all agree with me, along with my family, stating that this is sexual harassment and sexual bigotry, and I should take action. So I guess the main purpose of my question is, what should I do? How should I handle this? And how should I proceed to handle this? Because not that I'm not smart enough to handle it, it's just it requires a type of finesse, because I can essentially lose my job in the process of all this, and I will be under fire, and be under a fine-tooth comb while these proceedings, may or may not happen. So if anybody has any suggestions to what I should do or how I should proceed, I implore you to, give me your comments, your questions, advice, whatever you have to offer. So I'm really needing to find out which way I need to go and what I should do. So if you can help, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for your time.